Hello, everyone, and welcome to my spoiler review for Nosferatu. Spooky! That was my attempt at a vampire impression. You're welcome. Hi, everyone. I just saw the new vampire movie Nosferatu late last night on $5 Tuesday at the American Fork Cinemark and wanted to give some thoughts on the film. This is my third YouTube movie review, and I'm still kind of getting used to these. And I'm a little bit rambly and scatterbrained in these reviews, but I'm doing my best. My last two reviews were older movies. The first one was 2000 Castaway, and the last one was 2019 Cats. So yeah, this is a new film, so I want to kind of review new films and old films, or just whatever I happen to be watching. But first of all, shout out to my dear second mom, Patty Reynolds, for gifting me this $25 Cinemark gift card on Christmas, as well as this huge Christmas popcorn tin. And I actually finally finished all the popcorn last night. Don't judge me. I do love my popcorn. I I will admit that I threw all the cheese flavored popcorn away because I'm allergic to cheese. Sorry, Patty. But and I think I finished the buttered popcorn like a week after Christmas. And then the caramel popcorn I finished last night. And I kind of just put them in baggies and snuck them into the movie. So yeah, I didn't bring the whole popcorn tin into the movie, but anyway, and I'll probably use this card for a couple more movies in the future. I usually go on $5 Tuesdays because I'm poor, but anyway, so thank you, Patty, for the gift card and the popcorn, and I'm actually keeping the popcorn tin. I just have some like Christmas decorations in it now, so I'll just keep it for storage. But anyway, okay, now onto the movie review. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, when I came home from the movie, I did check out a bunch of YouTube movie reviews because I love to see what other people are saying. Sometimes I'm conflicted, well, especially with making these YouTube movie reviews on my channel, like whether I should look at other people's reviews before I make my review, or if that will sway my opinion. I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know. I just want to be informed by other people's, thoughts on films, and that might affect my own opinion, obviously. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I have my own thoughts, and so yeah, and I'll give you my official star rating of the film at the end of this video. But yeah, so some of the reviews I watched, which I'll attach below, are from some of my favorite movie channels, like Chris Stuckmann and Jeremy Jahns. They've always kind of been kind of the top two YouTube movie reviewers, and they have the exact same amount of subscribers right now, which is crazy, 2.03 million. And then Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer. I love her honest thoughts. She did a non-spoiler and a spoiler review. And then Adam Olinger from Adam Does Movies. He did not like the film, so I'll attach his two reviews below. He called it napferatu. And then Cody Leach, he mostly does horror movies, and obviously this is a kind of a horror film and kind of a period piece as well. And then Dan Murrell. So yeah, I might watch some more too. But anyway, yeah. So I'm a little bit obsessed with movies and movie review videos, and I also love to look at the Wikipedia page for films after I watch them, and the Rotten Tomatoes, and anyway, so yeah, obviously I'm very passionate about films, and I know some people might be surprised that I'm suddenly making movie review videos on my YouTube channel because most of what I post is music, but there will still be music and cat videos and other stuff, but I just kind of want to throw these movie review videos into the mix. So anyway, yeah, so this movie came out on Christmas Day, and kind of a strange choice for this film, but it makes sense because there is a lot of snow in the film, and has a little bit of like kind of spooky Christmas Carol feel to it. And let's see, yeah, I think of all the Dracula films that have been made, I think I've only seen Hotel Transylvania, I think, which was a decent animated film. But yeah, the trailer for this looked really, really intriguing, and I'll just say from the get-go that I definitely have some mixed feelings about this film. I did go alone and just kind of wrapped up in my little blanket for the film. I also was wearing this same outfit last night, black shirt, black coat, black hat, kind of for, a gothic feel. Um, and yeah, so there were probably like 15 to 20 people in the theater with me, but the audience didn't seem to react, super positively. But obviously, it is a horror film, and but I don't know. There were some parts that were just kind of a little over the top and kind of unintentionally silly, maybe. And I think some people I heard kind of laughing at some parts, and I'm like, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or not. But anyway, and it is also very like graphic in some parts, and it's R-rated. For all of you that are watching me, that are judging me for watching and reviewing an R-rated film, whatever, I don't care. When I grew up Mormon for 27 years, I didn't watch R-rated films, so I've done a lot of catch up in the last 7 years since leaving the LDS church, and have watched a lot more R-rated films. And so anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna review just whatever videos I want, and so some of those might be R-rated. So if you're gonna judge me for that, you can just click off the video and go do your own thing. But yeah, so obviously in a vampire movie, there's gonna be a lot of blood. There's also like a plague of rats in the film, which was very intense and disturbing, and quite a bit of sexual content as well. And but visually, it was very, very stunning. Like that's probably my favorite part of it. Was just the visual feel of it was very dazzling and very, very dark and haunting, and yeah, definitely some nightmare fuel parts. But it also wasn't particularly scary. Like the last like super scary movie I saw was Smile 2 back in the fall, and that scared the shit out of me. That was so fucking scary. And the first Smile film was also very scary to me. But yeah, this film was just a little bit more on the artsy side. But let's talk about, or actually, let's see. Before I proceed, the Rotten Tomato scores 85% from critics and 73% from audiences. So pretty decent. I I think that's probably why I wanted to see it, because it was getting such good reviews. But in the end, I definitely had some more mixed feelings. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about the cast. So Bill Skarsgård is Count Orlok, or Nosferatu, the main vampire, or I guess Dracula. Yeah, he completely disappeared into his role. It was hard to tell that was even him. Maybe I could hear a little bit of him in his voice, a very like gravelly kind of sick sounding voice. And I absolutely love Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, Pennywise in the It films. Yeah, so I am a huge fan of those two films and Bill Skarsgård performance as Pennywise. Not as much of a fan of his performance here. He's mostly kind of in shadows and not as creepy as I thought, but there's some parts where it's pretty terrifying. And then I also want to see Bill Skarsgård in Barbarian, which came out a few years ago, I think. I haven't seen that film, but I want to. And then Nicholas Hoult plays Thomas, kind of the main protagonist. I have a huge crush on Nicholas Hoult. I think he's really handsome. And I think I've only really seen him in A Single Man, this gay romance film with, what's his name? It's going to bug me. Let me look it up really fast. The guy that's in Pride and Prejudice. What's his name? Colin Firth, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I like Nicholas Hoult in The Single Man. I think I watched that film last year. And then let's see. I also know he's going to be Lex Luthor in the next Superman film that comes out next year. Anyway, also in my last movie review, I noticed that my clicking sound on my computer was really loud in the video, so sorry if you're hearing that again here. But and then Lily Rose Depp plays Ellen, his wife, in the movie, Thomas's wife. And let's see. Sorry, back to Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, he his journey to Count Orlok's castle is pretty haunting, and some of the plot's a little bit confusing. There's a lot of like dreamy parts of the movie that it's hard to kind of tell what's reality or what's not. But yeah, I felt like his character was pretty intriguing though, and like and I have a huge crush on him, so he gets automatic points for that. And then Lily Rose Depp plays his wife Ellen, and she was very intense in the film. Had a lot of like spazzing out and like sleepwalking and quite a bit of sexual stuff between her and Count Orlok. Count Orlok's kind of possessed her, and yeah, maybe some sketchy, like consent issues between the two characters, because Count Orlok's, kind of using her body for sexual pleasure. And I know some people are kind of, into like vampire stuff maybe in the bedroom, but I will say something about this. If this is too much for you, you can click off. But it's a gay sexual experience I had, probably one of the scariest, if not the scariest, where I almost felt like I was nearly assaulted in an encounter that I had summer 2021. This guy I was with was kind of into vampire stuff, and he was just really, really bad at consent, and was asking me to like consent to stuff before he would tell me what it was. So he definitely left some bite marks on me. I'll just leave it there. But I eventually kind of stopped the encounter because it was frightening, and I'm just not really into physical pain very much in the bedroom. But so this movie was a little bit triggering because it reminded me a little bit of that, and Count Orlok also like leaves bite marks on Thomas's chest when Thomas is staying at his castle. So yeah, definitely some homoerotic stuff in the film too. But and then Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Thomas's friend, who kind of takes in Ellen when she's having her crazy night terrors and stuff. I didn't really recognize him very well in the film. He looked very different. I have seen Aaron Taylor Johnson in Godzilla and The Fall Guy, and I know he plays Pietro in the Marvel universe. I haven't really seen those films that he's in, but I've seen WandaVision, and I know there's references to his character dying because he's the brother of Wanda Maximoff. But pretty disturbing when he like goes into his wife's grave. His wife's played by Emma Corrin, and he loses his wife and two daughters to the plague, and his wife's also pregnant. So the last shot of him is like him having sex with his wife in her grave, which was pretty disturbing. But let's see, and then there Ralph Ineson, he played kind of the assistant to Count Orlok, who is let's see. Knock. Oh no, sorry, wrong person. Simon McBurney plays Knock, who's this very disturbing assistant to Count Orlok, and that stuff was pretty like disturbing to me. With like he bites off the head of a bird at one point, and like just very graphic stuff with that character. Super scary character. And then I won't mention all the characters, but there's also Willem Dafoe, which I've seen in quite a few films. Obviously Finding Nemo, he voices I don't remember that character's name right now, but Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness, those are two of the most disturbing films I've ever seen. But he's a fantastic actor though, and he's really good in this too, and he plays Von Franz. Anyway, so I'm rambling, and I'm probably going to cut this off here before 15 minutes, but there's also like some cat stuff in it, and I love that because I'm a cat person. Ellen has this cute little kitten by her bedside that makes a few appearances. The soundtrack also didn't really grab me. Like it fit the tone of the film really well, very haunting, kind of maybe kind of classical in some parts because of this being set in the mid 1800s in Germany, even though everybody's using British accents. There's also some stuff in Romania when Thomas travels to Count Orlok's castle. I think that's in Romania or Transylvania. Anyway, so sorry if I've been a little scattered in this review, but in general, as far as the star rating, I think I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. I was kind of mixed on it. It was a little bit of a slow burn in some parts and just didn't totally grab me, but by the end of it did pack a punch. And the last shot of the film with Ellen like sacrificing herself to stop the plague, like she sleeps with Nosferatu until the sun comes up, and then he dies because of the sun. That last shot of the film is pretty haunting. In general, I probably wouldn't watch it again, but it was worth seeing at least once. But if you've seen the film, I'd love to hear your comments below, whether you loved it or hated it or somewhere in the middle. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.